Hello, everyone. Welcome back to season 3, episode 2 of Grown Ups the podcast. Hi, Ellie. How are you?
Hey, we're in person again today, guys. It's New Year, new us still. And yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling refreshed. Do you know what? January is not going that slow this year.
It's not. It's. I'm feeling okay.
Yeah, I feel like the days are actually ticking.
Yeah.
3 weeks at work, like it's mad. Time has been flying, if you ask me. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling positive after last week's episode. Today's episode is all about manifesting and positivity. So I'm feeling that vibe. It's following me.
Yeah.
How about you, girl? How's
I'm-
life been treating you?
Life's been good. I went on a date.
Oh, we love a date story.
I find it funny because I'm just not a going on a date girl, you know. But it was all right. Like, no, the date was really good. Like, it was a really good date. And, like, what I took from it, is that when you go on dates, you're actually dating yourself because
Yeah.
not to make it deep when it's not actually a deep situation, but like when you're on a date, you're presenting your best foot forward and you're literally you're being asked questions. So you're like, shit, what do I actually think? Like, what is my opinion on that? Whereas if I'm talking to you, well, not on the podcast because this is recorded, but if I'm like talking to you or a friend or something, I'll say whatever because I'm like, you know me, so you know what I actually think and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when you're with someone new, you're like really putting thought into your answer. And it made me realize that I'm really interesting.
I love that. Look at this positivity and optimism this week.
Yeah.
Girl, you are interesting. Yeah.
It's like, I was like, oh, I'm quite like, I like the questions that I'm asking. Like, I'm having a good time because I'm a fun person. Like,
yeah, to be fair, it is important. Did I ever date? I don't think I ever dated.
oh, you didn't.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, I never dated. But in terms of like networking and stuff, it's definitely like, if you're a boring person, how are you going to carry the conversation?
Exactly.
You're not.
Exactly. And I was really nervous before going to the date. I was stressing. I was like, why am I stressed? But I don't know if you guys get this yet, but when I'm nervous, I get the shits. I literally had the shits all day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I
multiple
know.
times. Was there anything left in you?
Honestly, juice cleansed me out. Like, I just had the shit. This always happens though. Like, whenever I'm nervous for something, I get the shits. But it's not like aggressive shits. It's just like
No, I wasn't envisioning aggressiveness.
but
cleanse.
Yeah, it's just like I just had the feeling. And then I got there, and as soon as like I started talking to him and stuff, I was like, I'm actually fine. Like I was sitting like open, like my body language was open. I was like, why was I even nervous? Like I know how to conversate with people.
Yeah.
Like I know how to ask certain questions to like get the conversation going and stuff. So it's just like positive.
I feel like you do stuff in your life, like you're active, you're always trying new things. You have lots to talk about. It's not like, what did you do today? What did you do this week? I went to work. Yeah, went to work. Like, you actually do stuff with your life.
Yeah. So yeah.
Would you go on another date, a second date? Or no? Or
I
long pause.
I would, but there was something. I know. I hope he never listens to this podcast ever. But no, he's such a lovely person. Like so lovely. Yeah. This is where men can't win because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. There was just something missing for me. Like he's like a lovely person and everything, but it's like he was almost too lovely. Oh God, men can't win. I'm sorry. If you're a man listening to this, peak. This is just
guys, I've got to put my tea down and I've got to give you some home truths, yeah. This actually jars me, not for you personally, I get it. But lovely men are just fantastic. They're just so beautiful. Like guys, Billy does not listen to this, thank God. But when I first got with Billy, I thought he was too nice. And I was like, he's too nice. And like we had our ons and our offs, like bits where we were like, yeah, bits where we were like, And actually, oh my God, like there are still days, I don't get butterflies anymore because we've been together for a long time, but there are days where my I'm gonna be sick. But like my heart actually aches because I want to see him because I'm so happy.
Oh.
And I'm just like, I feel like if you give these nice men a chance, realistically, you're not gonna want to settle down with a dickhead.
No, you're not. You're not.
I feel like, in my personal opinion, if you're not ready to give nice men a chance, then maybe you're just not ready to settle down.
And that's the key thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I am. I think I'm still very much like, I'm really enjoying, this life where I'm only thinking about myself is amazing. Like, I just love it. And I think maybe that is it. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, because when I think nice man, I think serious, ready to settle down and treat a woman right.
Yeah, no, he's
like,
he was.
You expect them to just want you and only you because they're nice, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So then I think that's where the fear stems from. Like, oh my God, no, they're too nice.
Yeah, because why am I getting icked out by that? Yeah. I'm not icked. Like, that's a stretch.
No,
I don't get the ick, but it's like I'm like, I even remember I was saying to a friend, I was like, he was so nice, but he was like, I can't even say it because it's too much. Yeah, it's so nice.
I am here for the nice men. I love them. I'm all about like relationships, feeling safe and comfortable and happy and just being in your element together. Like, he doesn't need to be this cool guy who's a dickhead. Like, you could be cool and nice. You could be sexy and nice.
It's not, I don't want him to be a dickhead, but what was missing is like, I'm like, my love language is, and this, I didn't know this until this date, which is why I'm so glad I went on it. My love language is physical touch. And like, you can say what you want, but I need you to like be touching, sorry.
It gross me up, girl.
Be touching me and like, and constantly like just showing that you want me and stuff like, that's what was missing. It was like that part of it.
This was your first date, right?
Yeah.
Give him time.
No, I know.
Reach your hand across the table.
Everything else was tick, tick, tick. But anyways,
I
that's
love
my
it.
update.
It's exciting. I love a date
date
story.
Yeah. How's your life? What's going on in your life?
My life is same. Do you know what? Just now when you touched me, it made me deep. The other day. So guys, I'm training for a boxing match. So I've been doing like boxing PC sessions. I haven't started training actually I probably have. I keep saying I'm not training properly because I don't want people to be like, rotted. She's been training and she's that shit. But you know what? Fuck it. I have been training. And the other day he punched me in my breast and he was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, mate, it's fine. Like,
I like it.
No. But I was like, who cares? Get over it. So I've been doing that. I've been at the gym. I started. My manager's manager is like, he's a trained, what do you call them? A yoga teacher.
Yeah. Yoga instructor?
Yeah, yoga instructor, that's it. So much more professional. And he did a yoga class. I have to put my tea down for this. He did a yoga class in work. We turned off the lights, like we had Pilates mats, yoga mats, whatever. He had like some herbal smells for us. What do you call them? He was doing this above our head.
Wow.
He had a candle lit. When I tell you, I've decided I am a babe who wants to meditate. I want to meditate. I felt, oh my God, phenomenal. Do you know do you ever just sit there? Like, do you ever in your day just stop and sit there?
No.
Never, innit? Never. Like, when you get into bed, I don't even have time to get into bed and just lay there and think about what happened that day and process shit. I laid there. My body just felt so heavy. And like, do you know when you just melt into the floor? Like,
yeah.
It was just so nice. And like, we were doing the meditation at the beginning of the yoga class. And he was like, just like, package up your thoughts and say, I'm going to come back to you later. Like, you just want a clear mind. And all that was coming into my head, bearing in mind, I am negative Nelly most of the time, was positive thoughts, everything I'm grateful for. I was like, wow.
Oh my God.
So yeah, this year, I'm really on my exercise, my mental and physical well-being journey. Like, that is what this year is going to be for me. It's going to be the year of my brain and my body functioning at their optimal.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna keep updated with your therapy as well and how that goes. But that's so cool. I think you're so right. Like we never sit and just reflect. We do in like once a year when we're at a beach or something. But doing that daily would do. Yeah. My challenge this week is I'm gonna try and meditate, like even if it's like 5 minutes in the morning or in the evening, to just collect my thoughts, and I'll keep posted on how it goes.
Yeah. I also think that might be like related to why I cry so much, because I don't actually process how I'm feeling. And then all of a sudden my body's like, bitch, I'm going to show you how you're feeling. And I'm like, girl, pipe down. This is embarrassing.
Oh my God. No one's realizing things.
Yeah, look at us with the brains and the beauty. What? But yeah, man, that was my week. My week was super chilled this week. Just working out, doing bits. Yeah.
Love that.
It was nice. Can't complain.
Can't complain.
Not at all. But this week is still New Year to us, guys. Do you know what? I feel like New Year's is not about the 1st of January. It's about the whole of January. Like, January is a fresh start, no matter what week you start in. Like, it's just about positive intentions, good vibes. And I was looking through the news. Like, I just wanted to learn a bit more about manifesting and putting good things out there and good things coming to you.
Yeah.
Because that's our vibe this year. Not to sound like a fucking preacher. But I found this article. And it basically said, obviously we're in January, so manifesting is going to be high. But it said, manifesting is rising in popularity. Should you try the otherworldly trend? So I'm going to summarize. But one key takeaway basically I got from the article is the idea that people with fixed mindsets, so basically those people who wouldn't like consider manifesting, and believe like their intelligence, their character, their creativeness, like their ability to do stuff is as like fixed as their eye color or their hair color.
Yeah.
Or like it's fixed. Like there's nothing they can do to change it. So the idea is that they limit themselves by avoiding new challenges that come with the risk of failure.
Oh, this is interesting.
So that's why they don't grow. So this is like all about manifesting and stuff like that. And then in doing so, they're not likely to learn new skills, and that will affect like what they achieve in life.
Okay.
Whereas someone who has a growth mindset, and obviously I'm not stereotyping, but like those who see failure as an opportunity to grow, and those who would manifest and think about like what they want to achieve and how they're going to get there, no matter how big or small that is.
Yeah.
They actually achieve more and they're more open. So that's why, like, do you know how people are like, oh, I don't know if I believe in manifesting. It's not like this, to me, it's not this otherworldly thing. It's just you saying, I want this, and being more open to achieving it no matter what the ramifications are. Like, whether you fail or not, you're open to going that extra mile.
And because you've now been open to that, whereas someone who's, if you don't try, it's 100% not going to happen.
Exactly.
But if you try, it might. Yeah. And it might not, but it also might.
That is basically what I took away from that article. And I was like, hell yeah. So we just need to be open to these things.
I think you've raised such a good point, because I do think, and this was my this was my perspective of manifestation. I thought it was like this thing of like people putting energy into the universe, and then the universe, like all the atoms collide and now you're rich. Like that's kind of how it was. That's how I perceived it to be. And I was like, that sounds a bit wishy. That sounds a bit with the fairies. But what this article is saying, it's like, it's not that. It's not that universe and all of these things. It's actually the facts and the science behind it is that you're trying new things. You have this vision, and therefore you're trying to work towards it. Whereas if you didn't, if you're on a road to nowhere, you're going to get nowhere. Yeah. So that's a good point.
Literally, that is what it is. And there was one, I can't even remember what it's called. It's called like the 396 rule or something like that of manifesting. I was diving into these articles. And it was something like, let's say it was 396. I can't remember exactly. In the morning, you write it down 3 times. In the afternoon, you write it down 6 times. In the evening, your goal that you want to achieve. It's just the idea that you're constantly refreshing and telling yourself.
I love that.
Yeah. So by you writing it down, it's constantly in your mind. It's not something you're like, I want to do that. Because how many times do we say, I want to do that, and then we never get around to it? I've said I wanted to learn French for about 10 years now.
So true.
Like, you never get around to it. But if you sit there and you tell yourself, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, at some point your body will start to like take control and open you up to.
Oh my God, that's such a good point. No, it's so, because that, like, I'm just thinking of like, if I have something to do, like for example, I really wanted to do pole fitness. And I wanted to do it so much that every day I was like, I need to find a class, because my desire was so high that I was always talking about it. Then there's other things like, I really want to learn how to salsa, but I think about that like once a month, and therefore I've never done it.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
So if you write it down, wow, the science is sciencing.
It is. And guys, because of this, today, and if you follow us on TikTok, you'll see it. But we're gonna do like a manifestation board. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I don't even know what you call them. But the picture ones, so that we can see what we want to achieve. I honestly feel like seeing it will help me achieve it as well.
Yeah, I completely agree.
So follow that on TikTok. We might even, if you're lucky, do an extra juicy little YouTube clip for you to show you our boards and stuff. Depends on how good they turn out, because let's not get our hopes up.
Yeah, it might be clapped, but let's see.
But yeah, in terms of goals and like the importance of thinking about goals, last year, because we actually said like 3 different things that we wanted to achieve, and I did better than 2022, but I don't think I reflected on my 2023 goals enough throughout the year.
Yeah.
This year, that's going to change.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even remember what I said. Like, I actually don't even remember what I said, because it wasn't at my forefront, and therefore, what was I doing? I was just saying things for air.
But this year, it's gonna be.
It's going to be.
So, I'll read yours and you read mine, yeah? Do you want to start with mine?
Okay, so if you listen to episode 1 of season 1 of Grown Ups the podcast, which, by the way, we've been here for a year now. Shout out to us.
Eek. And shout out to our listeners for supporting us. We actually love you guys. Thank you.
No, honestly, even like the people that actually, I mean, everyone who listens, but the people that communicate with us as well, that they're listening, like, we really appreciate it. And this is just something that we're like recording how we're growing up. And anyways, besides the point. So in episode 1, we both said what our resolutions were. So you said your first one was to save for your house.
I didn't save as much as I should have done, but I did save.
But you did save.
I saved more than 2022, which wasn't hard because I didn't save anything in 2022. But I'm counting that. Okay. I think I achieved that.
Yeah, you saved. You definitely did save.
Yeah.
The second one was to be more positive and grateful. I think you're working on it. It's a work in progress.
I think I was better in 23 again than I was in 22, but that one is still that one's hard to measure.
But can I say, guys, we have what you guys don't see. We have so many issues with this podcast. There's so many technical difficulties and just other things. We won't even go into it. But you're always the one who's positive about it. If I was doing this on my own, I would have given up. But you find solutions and you're positive about it. So in this aspect, you definitely are.
Yeah. Do you know what my thing is for me? Like, I'll wake up in the morning, and if I work out especially, oh my God, I'm in such a good mood.
Yeah.
But then I'll get into the office and I'll be like, oh, the weather's miserable today, isn't it? And like, I don't want to be that bitch. I want to be someone who comes into the office and is like, I actually have been doing this week. Everyone's laughing at me. I come to the office and I'll be like, the weather's so crisp today. The rain was just a sprinkle today. Like, everyone is actually laughing at me. But like, I don't want my method of communication to be moaning. I don't want to bond with people, because I feel like I've made a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
Bitch, I've bonded. Guys, I've got to put my cup down again. I have bonded with so many people over like moaning. Like at work, I've become really close with colleagues because of dislikes we both have. And I'm like, I don't want that to be the aspect of our relationship. I don't want that.
That's such a good point.
Yeah.
Like, you bond because you both hate the manager or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we bond over the fact we don't want to work. We bond over the fact that we didn't like that task. We bond over the fact that we don't like that person. And I'm like, actually, I don't want to bond with people. I don't want negativity to create bonds.
Ellie, this episode is blowing my mind.
Sis, I've been thinking so deeply lately. Like, I think
the therapy is working.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I said that to my therapist the other day. I was like, I've had 2 sessions, but I just feel lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I'm looking at myself differently.
Yes.
Yeah. So sorry. I don't
So yeah, you're no, it's working.
I think. Do you know what I think about this positivity? I think the fact that I've said it and I continue to say it, I'm more open now.
Yeah.
I've acknowledged the issues. I've acknowledged the negativity, the moaning, and I'm opening myself up to be more positive. And give me 5 years, yeah, I'm going to basically be a monk, like full on peace and tranquility. I'm going to sit there and meditate. How long do they meditate for? They meditate for ages.
Yeah, they do. But you're flexing that positivity muscle, so it's going to become more habitual.
Yeah.
Your third resolution was to pass your APC, which you did. I did.
Guys, so I listened back Makes me want to cry, man. I listened back to our first episode to get these out, and like I was saying to you, my goal is to pass my EPC, and you were like, yeah, you'll get there, and I was like, oh, I don't know, like it's mad. I feel like you have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, I will.
It's, guys, if you don't want to, I'm not promoting more competition, please don't start a podcast. But if you want to like record yourself and I don't know, somehow put like a timestamp on something, record it, take a photo, do more stuff like that, just to that you can look back on. Because that was actually so beautiful listening to us.
Yeah.
Like it honestly warmed my heart.
Take a video of yourself just for your camera roll, so you don't even care what you look like now, and then watch it in a year's time. That's such a good idea.
Even, oh my God, I've just had an idea. Do you know how everyone on Instagram at the moment is doing those things and it says like your name, your age, what you like?
Yeah.
Even if you did one of those at the start of the year and you were like, so my name is I'm this years old, this is my current like, and then you look back on it in a year's time and you're like, how much have I changed? Oh. It's such a beautiful process. Listen to us a year ago. I've never done that. Like I've never listened to myself from a year ago.
No, that's such a good point.
It was honestly like I hope you have the same feeling when you listen back, but it was such a weird experience. I was like, wow, like I'm so proud of us. It was really nice.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, it was really nice. I was just like,
okay. Oh. So what did I say?
Okay.
My resolution.
And
I feel like these are so unserious. Yeah, I can't even remember.
Okay, so Maggie said it's coming up to her 2-year work anniversary and she wants to switch jobs or level up and get new skills / make progress. Which you did.
Oh my God. No, I could cry.
It's mad, isn't it?
No, I really could because... No, I really could cry.
No, don't cry because I'll cry. I'll actually cry. You can't tear up.
No, I'm not even going to look at you. Because now it's coming up to my 3-year work anniversary and I haven't left the company, but I've switched positions and it's a level up and it's in a different team and it's really challenging. Like this week, I had my first meeting with the team.
You're giving me goosebumps.
No, I know. There better be no fucking technical difficulties with this one. It's a good episode. But I had my first meeting with the team and I was like, shit, like this is hard work. Like this is difficult. And I was saying it to my friend. I was like, I actually don't know how I'm going to do this. Like I felt like so imposter. Like, what am I doing here? And she was like, you said you wanted to be in an uncomfortable situation. You're uncomfortable now. Sit in it. Like, this is what you wanted. I was like, that's such a good point. That is what I wanted.
I'm so proud of you. Deep, you like, I just feel like we give ourselves enough credit.
Yeah.
Like, we say these things out loud and we do put them into the world. But when we actually make steps, we make progress, we achieve our goals, it's such an anticlimax. I just don't feel like it's celebrated enough.
Yeah.
Like, you've got this new role and you're like, whoa, instead of being like, holy shit, they wanted me, like they think I am for this role. Yeah,
it's so true. Even HR, when like she called me, it was like 5:30 before the Christmas break, before everyone was, she was going off for Christmas, and she was like, I'm so glad you're still online, so I wanted to tell you, like, we want to offer you the position. I was like, and then she was like, what are you going to do to celebrate? I was like, I don't even know. And I didn't do anything. I went out and I treated myself to Lurpak butter. Because you know that's more expensive.
Yeah.
But that's it. Like, I didn't actually, like, celebrate. And you're so right. Like, you have to celebrate. It's not even a small win because it's something I wanted to do, clearly.
One of your top 3, by the way. We only picked 3.
Yeah. Exactly. No. So it's so, like, does feel like anticlimactic, but you have to actually... Like, shit, me a year ago really wanted this and I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Honestly, I just think everyone in this world needs to be kinder to themselves and needs to big themselves up. Mm-hmm. Like, you need to be your own best, like, cheerleader.
Yeah.
You need to root for yourself. Yeah.
And even if, by the way, like, your accomplishment this year is not something that's quantifiable, like, oh, I got a promotion or whatever, and it's literally like, I'm still alive, because for some people that's a big deal. Like, I'm still have a relationship with this person or whatever. Like, that's still something to be celebrated, and we can't minimize the little things.
Everything, anything you've achieved, accomplished, surviving the bloody year. Yeah, like, you should be so proud of yourself. Yeah.
Oh gosh,
that was number 1. Number 2 killed me because it was Maggie and her energy. You said You want to date men that are your standard, 10 out of 10s to be specific, just like you.
I'm so unserious. I'm actually unserious.
But how weird that we started this episode off about you being on a date.
Wait, and I didn't even remember that I said that.
It's so weird.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, I'd be
Was
doing
he
that.
up to your standard?
Yeah, he's paying.
So she's achieved that one too. She's dating. She's out there. And then your third one, which was really lovely and very wholesome, was just to carry on enjoying life and not gunning for your career too much. You said basically that you felt like you had a healthy work-life balance and you always wanted to maintain that.
I feel like in 2023, I definitely maintained that I had a good work-life balance. I did my trips. I was enjoying life.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that this year that can continue as well.
Yeah. But I feel like also sometimes I'm in this predicament at the moment where I'm just like, how hard do I want to work?
Yeah.
Like how much of myself, because Billy especially, he works in a manual labor job. Like once his job is done for the day, there is no more he could possibly do. Like at a certain time, he can start work at a certain time. He can't start any earlier because of the noise. And at a certain time, he has to leave because people want their houses back. They're coming home from work, etc. So once he is out the door, his job is done. He can't possibly work overtime unless like he takes on a new job on a weekend. And so he doesn't really understand when I work late or I get into the office every day an hour before I need to. And he's like, why are you doing that? Like you're giving yourself to a company that you don't mean anything to them. You're just a number.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but I'm doing it for me. Like every little inch of extra hour I get, that's an extra hour of learning.
It's true.
That I've benefited from. And so, yeah, I'm losing myself. But basically, I'm just trying to determine, like, how hard do I want to work at this stage in my life when I'm so young and I have this energy? Do I want to give a bit more to work and take a bit more from life, like personal?
Yeah.
And I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to put more into your work and you feel like you're sacrificing a bit, I think that's fine. Like, that should be celebrated too. But just don't give everything to the point where you feel like you have nothing left to give to yourself, like personally.
Yeah, I feel like my perspective on work-life balance has changed as well. I completely agree. If you're doing a job that you care about, why wouldn't you put work into it? If it's exactly what you're saying, like maybe you'll spend more time because you have to, like for me at the moment, I'm spending more time because I have to learn. Like I actually don't know stuff and I'm spending time to read and it takes me long to read. So it's like, and I'll be reading something on my commute instead of like listening to something I enjoy or whatever. But that's contributing to me having a healthy work-life balance because the more I know, the easier my job becomes.
Yeah.
So we can do an episode on work-life balance because I feel like our perspectives are changing. Well, mine is definitely changing. I was like log off at 5.
Yeah.
4:59.
I'd love to go back and listen to our work-life episode. We did an episode on that.
Yeah.
On balance and top tips.
We'll go back to it.
Yeah, we'll give you that this season, guys.
We will.
But as much as this is about us, it's not all about us. And obviously we love it when you guys write in and tell us your accomplishments, your dilemmas, whatever's going on in your life that you want to share with us. And we did ask this week on our poll, what New Year's resolutions have you guys set, or what new positive habitats? Jesus Christ. What new, oh my God, I just blasphemed. Sorry, Lord. What new habits do you want to adopt this year? And we had some responses.
We did. So someone said to hydrate and nourish my body.
I'm with you. Yeah, taking care of our body. Someone said, I'll read off a couple at a time if they're like similar. Someone said to get a new job. Another person said to get a promotion. So yeah, in your work life. I love that.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm digressing. You're meant to get a promotion. Like, it's statistically proven that if you don't get a promotion or at least a little something every 2 years, I think it basically really negatively impacts your career.
Oh, is it? Not to make anyone panic.
Yeah, sorry.
I guess it's different. Like if you're a teacher, for example, the ladder is slightly different. But yeah.
This was like a corporate thing. I think it was saying you should either progress in your current company or you should jump companies. So make sure you're always learning something. 2 years seems a bit short to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe every 3 to 4 years.
Yeah. Someone said to go on more solo dates. Oh, do you know what? I love a solo date. Like being able to sit by yourself and like actually sitting by yourself. So you're sitting by yourself and you're just by yourself. You're not watching something or like being distracted by your phone, scrolling on TikTok or something. Sitting by yourself and eating a meal and staring at nothing. Or maybe it's not that type of date, but it's like going to the cinema by yourself or going to golf by yourself or just doing things that you enjoy by yourself. It just makes you more comfortable in your skin.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you're by yourself, you feel like everyone's watching you. Like, oh my God, why is she by herself? And maybe people are watching you, but being comfortable enough in your skin to be like, actually, I enjoy doing this.
I don't think I've ever been on like a official solo date.
Really?
No. Like, obviously, I do things by myself because you can't always have someone with you in life. But like yesterday, I went shopping after work and I called people. Even then, I'm like, oh, let me call someone, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Maybe I should take this.
Take yourself on a solo date. Do something by yourself.
Yeah, that sounds scary. Even the thought of it, I'm like, yeah. I think it is important. Even going, like you said, I'll be honest, I'm not sure golf is on my New Year's resolutions for this year. I tried that. I'm pausing it whilst I do the boxing. Can't do too much at once. But even going to golf by myself used to really make me so nervous. Like just learning something new by myself and being in the atmosphere where I'm not most comfortable.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe putting myself outside of my comfort zone by myself. Doing like stop calling people and just being by myself. Maybe I need to work on that.
Yeah, it's just also like giving your brain respite because I feel like I'm always stimulated. Like if I'm not scrolling on TikTok, I'm listening to music or I'm listening to a podcast. This podcast, or I'm like messaging someone or talking to someone, and my brain's always going. Just allowing your brain to be bored for a second. Yeah.
Maybe the meditation will help with that.
Yes, it will. Yeah.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna remember this. Can I just say as well? Sorry, because you mentioned listening to this podcast. There were so many of you that sent us the Spotify Wrapped. And we were in your top, whatever it was, it was either top 3 or top 5 listened to podcast. It melted our hearts. Like, we actually love you so much. We sat there and we were just shocked. We didn't even think that would be a possibility to be in someone's top 3 or top 5.
No, not at all. And it was like, when I was seeing it and people were sending me messages, I was like, what? Like, you lot like are actually listening. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're so grateful. Thank you. We
eternally grateful.
And love it.
One day we will throw a celebration and we'll invite you all.
Yeah. I can't wait to do giveaways.
Yeah.
Manifesting that.
Yes.
Giveaways from Grown Ups the podcast. Yes. A journal. Some meditation app. Oh my God. Manifestation. Yes, please.
On that note, someone said start journaling. I think that's really cool. Do you know what? So I think I've said this before, but I used to work in an old people's home and this woman was like, write down as much as you can because you have your memories, but then maybe you don't. Maybe you get dementia or something like that. And she has dementia. So she remembers everything from her childhood, but not from her adulthood. And she was like, if I could read all of those stories, and it would be like reading a story, your life story. And I think it's like, I used to write and I was reading it the other day and I was just so silly. Like, it's just like dumb little things. But I'm trying to write more. I can't do it every day. I know that's not realistic for me. Like, I can't. But I'm trying to write like the notable moments or like the notable people that I've met. And I write it down and like I would be able to look back on it one day and it's like, oh, what a vibe.
I love that. Do you know, I saw something on Instagram, of course, towards like the end of 23, start of 24. And it said to write down once a week something you're grateful for. And at the end of the year, you read back all of those things that you were grateful for. And if like at the end of you get to that time and you're like, this is such an anticlimax, I didn't have a good year. You read it and you're like, shit, I didn't have a great year, but all of these beautiful things happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started doing that.
Oh,
yeah. It's in my notes page. I think I do want to. There's something about pen to paper, isn't there?
There is.
I think I do want to transfer it to pen to paper.
People have like, I've seen that, but like a gratefulness jar or something. So they like put it in a jar.
Yeah, I might do that.
Yeah.
But I was just like this year, because I said I want to be more. I have got about 50,000 resolutions. But I have been saying for ages, I want to learn to be more grateful because I think sometimes I can be very ungrateful.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Love that.
A couple more?
Someone said take more pictures and document my life so I can look back.
Oh, literally, yeah, what we're talking about.
Yeah, read a book a month. We love reading books.
I think one a month is also a good target.
I think that's not realistic.
Yeah, that is realistic.
depending on how thick it is, how fast of a reader you are, but I think it is. You like on your commute or whatever. Try one new thing each quarter. Do you know what? This is something that I ask on a date, is when was the last time you did something for the first time?
Cute.
What a good question, in it?
Do you know what it's giving? It's giving Think Like a Man vibes. You know when they have you watched that?
Yeah.
It's like my favourite movie. I watch it at least once a week. They have the book and they're like, what are your long-term goals? What are your short-term goals?
Yeah.
That's what you're giving.
But no, honestly, because then you realise, like, shit, when was the last time I did something new?
Yeah.
Like, you don't. And this life, you need to experience new things.
I agree. We've got volunteer. I agree. Give back.
Mm-hmm.
Make new friends. That's cute. And pamper myself more often.
Yeah.
I like that. Take care of yourself. Oh, someone said start to invest.
Oh, yeah.
I need to do that, but I think after I get my house, I'll start like I've been looking into that a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's not a this year thing.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear it. So what we also did is we both wrote down our own resolutions.
We did.
And we've written it on our paper, our top 3, and we're gonna swap. We're so cute. We're gonna swap it and read each other's, and then we'll reflect on this next year. So let me read yours first.
Go on.
Okay. Girl,
What?
look how tiny her writing is.
I did pre-warn her. I don't have big handwriting.
Okay. Oh, I love it.
I've been saying this for fucking the longest.
No, but I feel like let me read it. The first one is put an offer in on a house.
Yes, touch wood, praise the Lord. Like I listened to our pod, obviously. And in that one, I said I want to buy, and that was Jan last year. I said within a year to a year and a half, I want to buy my house. So I've got 6 months.
No, do you know what? Since I met you, you've been saying you want to buy a house. Like that has been a goal for you.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for you to achieve that. Like,
honestly, because I've been talking about it for so long, I've kind of lost the excitement. But now that it's closer, like my APC isn't holding me back, to qualify my job. There's now nothing holding me back but me saving and like me and Billy just going for it. And I get like just the thought of living with him, like in our own little bubble is just, yeah.
Oh no, I love it. And I literally love you guys, and I think you guys are so well suited to each other. So I can't wait for this.
Yeah, I'm
and
ready.
You've been working for it, like you've been saving.
Yeah. No, and we can host. It'll be fun.
Yes. The second one is win my RDA's boxing match.
RDA.
What is it?
No, I shouldn't have written that. It's RDAS, Residential Development Agency. I don't know why I thought you would get that. But yeah, win my boxing match.
Yes.
I can't remember if I said this last episode, guys, or this episode. Fucking hell. But I am doing a white collar boxing match this year. That's like, so I've ditched the golf and I've picked up boxing because it just gets my aggression out. Like when I punch the pads, when the guy's holding the pads, I find punching pads more thrilling than sparring. Because sparring, I'm having to bob and weave. Whereas punching the pads, I'm like, yeah, bitch, I know I'm going to hit that pad. Like, there's no way I'm going to miss it. So just like, rejuvenating. So this is something I'm working towards. And I also feel like, and I saw this on Instagram as well, but often we say we want to do things. And it was like, the one thing that this Instagram post said was do things before you feel like you're ready. Because I have been putting off going on a golf course for almost 2 years now because I don't feel like I'm ready. And I'm like, actually, I don't feel like I'm going to be ready for this boxing match, but I'm going to do it.
Yes.
Because you need to do things before you're ready to actually progress. Otherwise, you just keep holding yourself back.
Yeah. And when are you ever truly ready? Because you're going to be like, I still need...
Yeah, I'm never going to be professional.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it. So I'm doing it.
No, when you told me about this, I was completely surprised.
Yeah, a bit rogue.
No, but I think this is the coolest thing ever. Like, the fact that you're actually going to compete.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm going to come watch, and we'll record it all for you guys to see it as well. But I'm so excited about this.
No, I can't wait. Like, this is just... I like having something to work towards. I like having something measurable in front of me. A lot of my goals are wishy-washy, like to be more grateful, to be more positive. And this is one that I can say... I will or I will not have achieved it. Like, it's there in front of me.
It's quantifiable.
Yeah.
Oh, exciting. And then the third one is to get our first Oh Oh my God, I'm going to cry. To get our first promo from the podcast, for example, a sponsor or a freebie, whatever it is.
Yeah. Like, I think, so this year, guys, we're going to try and do TikToks on after work activities. Just for those people that write in and they say, like, they have the January blues or they don't know what to do after work. They want to make new friends, like those kind of things. We want to show you activities that you can do. So whether we get like a sponsor from one of those activities to go and do it, or if we get like ads on the podcast, just something, just to show that we've progressed, that people are listening. Like, yeah, that's
And
my
now I feel
goal.
bad because I haven't put anything podcast.
No, I felt bad because I put that and not something more wholesome. I was like, all of my goals are very greedy, but I am a wholesome person, guys. I am.
Okay. No, we love it. We're manifesting all of this. This time next year, we're going to have things that we're going to say, I can't believe we did that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So praise the Lord. So Maggie's one says, pass the CFA exam.
Oh, I'm so fucking nervous about it. Like, I'm doing the exam in the summer.
Yeah.
And this is honestly the most challenging thing because it's like our geography degree, it was challenging, but I kind of knew World 1 and you're doing it all together. The same thing with the masters, like we're doing it as a collective. I can ask people, blah, blah. This is completely self-guided. There's no teacher and there's 10 chapters. I'm on chapter 5 at the moment. I'm on chapter 6, but I just finished chapter 5. Mm-hmm. Chapter 5 has these maths equations about how to calculate this and that and that. And I'm just, me and maths, like, I hate putting this out there, but maths is challenging. And I'm not going to be the person to say, like, maths is not my thing, because it's going to be my thing. And I'm going to get it. But it makes me really nervous for the exam. So that is my biggest resolution this year, is to pass that bloody exam.
You got it. Amen. Like, amen. It's going to be so beautiful when you sit here next year and you're just like, I did that. Oh, I'm ready for you. You have this. You got this. The second one, wholesome, is to prioritize health.
Yeah. The reason I put that there is because I feel like I take my health for granted. Like, I don't, thank God, and I'm so grateful for it, but I have no illnesses or anything like that. And even like last year, obviously I started struggling with acne, which is not like, it's nowhere near like an illness. I hear you. But like, it meant that I have to go to the hospital to get blood tests to measure my hormones, and then they're looking at my uterus to see if there's anything to do with that, and I'm going to specialists, and that's something that's completely superficial. Imagine if I was actually in pain, and like, I just want to prioritize my health and like actually eat well. And this is kind of why I wanted to do Dryjanuary as well, because it's like, I just want to not take it for granted and be grateful for the fact that I have legs and I can attend spin classes. And I have the opportunity to do that. So I just really want to focus on that this year.
Sorry, I'm dying at the fact that the thing she's most grateful for is attending the spin class.
I can do my spin class. No, guys, if you haven't been spin yet, at the end, they like always do like this bit where they like switch off the lights and you really reflect. And it's such a mental thing for me. It's not even physical.
No, yeah, I hear you.
I love it.
I've only done spin a couple times. I mainly don't do it because my legs are too weak, but I know what you're talking about. Like, it's just like,
yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. But I love that. I think it's so true.
No, without your health, you're nothing. Like, I can't go on my holidays to do the things that I love doing. I can't spend time with my friends and family because if I'm not healthy, so...
Yeah. No, 100% agree. I think that's such a key one. I love that. Number 3 is take a member/members of my family on holiday.
Yeah.
A family holiday. I love that.
I really want to do this because like it really dawned on me at the end of last year, like after Thailand, I was like, I've explored all of these new countries and done all of these amazing things. And like, luckily, I'm really grateful that I can afford to do that and I can take myself. But like, I can only do that. It's not because of me. It's because of the sacrifices my parents made for me to be able to come, like, live in this country and go to university and then now live in my own space for, like, there's just so many things. Like, my parents have helped me so much in so many ways that I like, and they haven't been out of the country in forever. Like, me and my mum went to Copenhagen at the end of last year, but that was like a weekend trip. Like, they haven't gone somewhere to relax and they work so hard. Like, so I really want to be able to like take them away at some point. So
Your resolutions are so beautiful. I love that.
yeah.
That would be so nice. Because your families go to Brazil like every Christmas now.
Yeah, and they haven't done that. Like imagine not seeing your sister and like your brothers and stuff. Like that's crazy. You couldn't imagine that for years. Like
yeah, it's mental.
It's mental, and it's because of the sacrifices that they're making for my brother to have a good life here now that he's younger, and me as well. So that's why I put member or members because I don't know yet. But yeah.
No, I love that. I think those are beautiful resolutions, and I'm so excited for this time next year when we look back and we feel this just this lightness and this happiness.
Yeah,
that like deepen what you actually have achieved. And they don't need to be big things, guys. Like whatever you want to achieve, just anything.
And I feel like also when you talk about it, like say it's like I don't know. I'm trying to see like to make new friends, for example. That's your resolution. If you say that out loud, a friend might bring you to an event with their friends, and already like that's an easier way to make new friends. Like I feel like trying to speak about it can help. Like people can give you tips and advice and stuff. Like a problem shared is a problem halved.
Agreed. Yeah, appreciate. But that is like our New Year's little bit summed up, and we'll try not to talk about New Year's anymore because I feel like we've been very New Year heavy.
Yeah.
But as always, it's time for in this week's episode of Being a Dumb Bitch. What do we have this week?
So someone said, "I'm a dumb, lazy ass bitch."
Rotted. The aggression.
I'm fairly junior at work, so I do the legwork for projects, then just sit back and enjoy while my colleagues report to the big guns. I joined a meeting today, no different from any other day, ready to sit back with my popcorn and watch my manager report to the client. Tell me why my dumbass manager, someone's upset.
Damn, bro.
Let his previous client call run over by 40 bloody minutes.
That's a bit mad.
After 5 minutes, I hate that when you're having to warm up the client when it's not actually your meeting.
Yeah, it's horrible.
After 5 minutes of regular chit-chat, the client is like, "Layla, shall we start? Then Matthew can join later." These are made up names, by the way. I said, "Nah, I wouldn't want to step on his toes. Let's wait." Another 5 minutes passes and he's more stern now. The client says, "Let's start."
That's fucking techie.
I'm like, well, shit, you're the boss. Let's do it. Worst call of my life. I made more mistakes than I can count on my fingers, and you can bet that I will never again not prep for a meeting, even if I'm not the one leading it. Don't be a dumb bitch, ladies.
I love that. Oh, that was the.
I don't think this is a dumb bitch problem. Like, I don't think they were being a dumb bitch. It's not your meeting. Fair enough if you didn't prepare for it.
Yeah, your boss disrespected.
Yeah.
By coming 40 minutes late. 40. Some meetings don't even last that long.
Exactly.
That's disrespectful. And actually, whether you made mistakes or not, it's a beautiful learning experience. And at least you know now you can handle it if you want to handle it. Like, you did it. You survived.
Yeah.
You can do what they can do. Whether or not you made a couple mistakes here and there, like, who cares? It wasn't your meeting. You didn't need to be prepped for it.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. I completely agree.
Dumbass manager, not dumbass you.
You know what? Like, sometimes mistakes happen, and I guess maybe the lesson here is not that like you have to prep for every single meeting, but maybe just be more aware so that you can easily talk to clients when it's not your meeting. But that's the manager was being a dumb bitch, not you, sweetheart.
I agree. On that note, though, guys, we're not going to do any dilemmas this week because this has just been such a positive. Not that we don't want to help you guys. This has been such a positive, beautiful, and quite lengthy episode. So I feel like we'll leave it here. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 2 of season 3 of Grown Ups, the podcast. If you have any stories, dilemmas in this week's episode of Being Dumb Bitches, please send them in to grownupsthepodcast@gmail.com or
DM us on Instagram or TikTok at Grown Ups the Podcast.